This is the TM Lights here at Road America in Elkhart Lake, Wisconsin for their 10th race of the season. Robert Dorian in car number 01 led the field of the green flag. Stan Rosenstrutter in the 17 got as good of a start as Dorian did, but going into turn 1, Rosenstrutter has to check up in order to not hit the 01. And Dorian jumps out to an early lead. Kelly Dawson takes the second spot from Rosenstrutter. However, in the back, there was an accident before they even took the green flag involving Richard Dean MacGyver and Dave Larson in the 54. They both got damage from that. You saw Dale Underwood in the 03 head into the pits before they take the green. He would never return to the track. And then there was another incident shortly after the race started. John Dilks gets together with Paul Gartley in the 18, collecting Roger Kendall, and here come a few more cars barreling in. Jack Bohart, Matt Smith, and Belen Kumandoros, among others. Here we are riding on board Matt Smith, right behind Nick Phillip in the 91. He gets into the 7 pretty hard, and Dave Larson takes another lick. And then there's RJ Bansma in the 09, who gets into the 29. Matt Smith goes out of the race. Kumandoros in the 4 would also go out of the race. He gets into the back of Jack Bohart after he gets collected in this wreck. And then Kumandoros gets into the 29 as he tries to drive away. More first lap chaos. Martin Boltano Jr. and Eric Bender get together, and I guess Bender didn't like that because he appeared to turn right into Boltano, taking them both into the wall. And Juan Luis Martinez is involved, as well as I think that was Aimee Kuroki in the 19. Al Kincaid in the 14 gets a pretty big lick, as well as Mike Walzak in the 07. At the end of the much tamer second lap, Robert Dorian holds a pretty big lead over Stan Rosenstrutter. Kevin Dwyer has taken third. Kelly Dawson has fallen to fourth. Here we are riding on board Kevin Dwyer, coming into Canada corner right behind his teammate Rosenstrutter. Rosenstrutter seems to accelerate much more slowly off the corner than Dwyer does, and so Dwyer takes second with ease. Speaking of Canada corner, Takumi Nagata goes off the track right there. It's kind of odd to see that. He didn't appear to overdrive the car or anything. RJ Bansma would be the first driver to be put a lap down by his very good friend, Robert Dorian. And he almost got taken out by the 01 car by sweeping across his front bumper. I'm surprised that Dorian didn't try to finish him off right there. Bansma is off the pace due to damage he received in that lap 1 incident. Well, one of the first lap incidents. But other than that, he's actually managed to keep the car on the track for once. Allison Collada in the 76 would be the next victim of Canada corner. She goes off the track. She would get her car stuck in the sand and would need to be towed back to the pits, where she would lose a few laps. And now back to RJ Bansma, who is now holding up Mike Walzak and Paul Kucharski. And Kucharski does what many drivers probably wanted to do to Bansma at this point and put him into the wall. However, Kucharski takes himself into the wall as well. Around lap 7, Kevin Dwyer begins the first round of pit stops, followed by Stan Rosenstrutter. Paul Gartley and Palmer Styles are going to follow them in. There are the 18 and 21. Chris Davenport and Arturo Ortega are in. Kristen Wagner and Davina Henton are in. Bob Steffens is in. Robert Dorian stayed out an extra lap, as well as Kelly Dawson, who Dorian is very far ahead of at this point. Mike Whitmore in the 3 also stayed out. He's actually ahead of Kelly Dawson in second place. When pit stops cycle out, Robert Dorian is still the leader. However, his lead over Kevin Dwyer has shrunk quite a bit. However, Dorian is still able to keep Kevin Dwyer at bay until mechanical problems strike car number 01. Dorian pulls the car to the left and slows to a crawl, allowing Kevin Dwyer to get away with the lead. Mike Whitmore is going to inherit second, with Stan Rosenstrutter in third, Kelly Dawson in fourth. And then while limping around the track, he's going to swing a bit too wide and get together with Paul Gartley, who bounces off the wall and back into Dorian. Both cars go spinning. Chris Davenport in the pink 27 slams into the 18. A rather odd mistake by the experienced Dorian is going to take all 3 of those cars out of the race. Former Arla driver Bob Steffens is having a very nice run in the number 20 Pearson Sweeney entry. He is currently running inside the top 10 in a car that has been running midfield ever since joining the series in the middle of the season. John Diltz in car number 7 is going to be the next driver to go a lap down. However, he doesn't give Kevin Dwyer much of a problem. And then the leaders would come across RJ Bansma once again, who doesn't give the leaders as many problems this time around. However, a little while later, Bansma is going to go out of the race when he spins his car off the track in Canada Corner. Now, this isn't what causes the 09 to go out of the race. He throws the car in reverse, backs out of the sand trap and back onto the track, and hello, Eric Bender! Now that is the RJ we've acquainted ourselves with this season. The preseason championship favorite has made several boneheaded moves this year, and, well, today's no different. Kevin Dwyer would kick off the second round of pit stops on lap 13. You're going to see Mike Whitmore in the 3 stay on the track for an extra lap once again. Dwyer is followed by his teammate Stan Rosenstrutter, and then you're going to see Palmer Styles in the 21 come in. The leaders are pretty spread out at this point. We're taking the 8, Davina Henton, Kristen Wagner, and then on the following lap, Mike Whitmore dives in, as well as Kelly Dawson. And then as pit stops cycle out, Kevin Dwyer beats Mike Whitmore. Kelly Dawson is going to come out in 3rd, and I believe she's going to beat Stan Rosenstrutter. Richard Dean MacGyver is going to be the next driver to throw his car off the track in Canada Corner. He has not had a very good day so far here at Road America. He got into an accident before the green flag even came out, and now this happens. However, Takumi Nagata was nice enough to slide off the track and come over to comfort MacGyver. A few laps later, Kevin Dwyer kicks off the 3rd round of pit stops. Trust me, you didn't miss much. Mike Whitmore and Kelly Dawson stay out. Stan Rosenstrutter follows his teammate in once again. Palmer Styles in car number 21 is in. Mike Walczak would be put a lap down by Mike Whitmore during Whitmore's extra lap, and Walczak decides to make life easy for Whitmore by throwing his car off the track. Mike Whitmore is going to come in on the following lap. There is Whitmore in the 3, and he's going to be followed by Kelly Dawson in car number 9. And when everything cycles out, Kevin Dwyer is still the leader with Mike Whitmore in 2nd. Kelly Dawson is still 3rd, with Stan Rosenstrutter still in 4th. Your top 5 has not changed. However, there was a pretty big incident during this cycle. Raul Bianchi gets together with Bob Steffens as Steffens is coming out of the pits, and Bianchi goes into the wall hard in turn number 1. Steffens also licked the tire wall pretty hard. Here it is again. Not sure who to put fault at there. It looks like they both might have been taken a bit by surprise, but nonetheless, this will end what could have been career days for Bob Steffens and Raul Bianchi. They both had top 10 runs going. Kevin Dwyer, while trying to put Justin Robinson a lap down, has to check up in order to avoid hitting the 37. This gives Mike Whitmore an opportunity to take the lead from car number 72. Whitmore had been eating away at Dwyer's lead with each pit stop cycle, and now Whitmore has finally taken the lead. However, on the next lap, Dwyer tries to put the same move on Whitmore. Whitmore has to check up in order to avoid hitting the 54 of Dave Larson, and on your right, you're going to see Kevin Dwyer in the 72. He gets by Mike Whitmore, but Whitmore has the advantage on the left, and so he gets back by the 72. Whitmore is still your leader when he kicks off the 4th and final round of pit stops. Kevin Dwyer follows suit. Kelly Dawson in car number 9 had actually made her stop early, and it seems to have paid off. She's actually going to pass Kevin Dwyer for 2nd as Dwyer is coming out of the pits, and Mike Whitmore is just about a 2nd ahead of her. Kelly Dawson actually became the fastest car on the track. She previously had a quiet top 5 run going, but now she is in contention for the win. She actually tried to make the pass on Whitmore right there, but had to check up in order to avoid hitting him. The next lap, she would get another opportunity. She catches up to him and takes the car off the track in Canada Corner. Tough break for Dawson. It looks like she just missed her braking point. I know Dawson and the brake pedal have not been very good friends in the past, but contending for the win will do that to you. You try to outdrive the guy in front of you, and, well, sometimes you just try too hard. You probably saw Takumi Nagata in the 16 in the sand trap once again. Here's what happened. He just overdrives the corner and throws the car off the track. There's really nothing to say here that I haven't said before. But in the meantime, this leaves Mike Whitmore with a very big lead over Kevin Dwyer. Dwyer simply did not have enough time to make up all that ground, and Mike Whitmore takes the victory here at Road America.